Welcome back to our first episode of 2025. I'm Deb. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Adrian.
That's Adrian. And we are heading off to Andrew Drynan Parkland, which is near Rathdowny. So we're looking at 2 hours to get there. Adrian's just come off night work, so he had a bit of a sleep this morning and we're off. We are so excited to be out and about again. This is Rigby's
maiden voyage with the van.
Yeah, with the van. If you don't know who Rigby is, we have purchased a Toyota Landcruiser 76 because unfortunately the Page had a few issues, but we will do all that on a separate video and we'll show you what modifications we've done so far. So where we're going, they've got a freshwater creek there. It is stinking hot.
And it's been a couple of months now since we got back from the ridge, so we've been hanging out. We've had no car.
Yeah.
Because of the Page, but now that we're back in action and bringing you along for the ride, so we'll show you some shots along the way and we'll see you when we get there.
So we've just stopped, just to top up the tanks, and I think we were in there maybe 20 minutes.
Longer than we should have been.
Adrian got stopped by a local lady who asked about the van and said, "Oh, you got a brand new van?" And Adrian said, "No, it's 12 months old." You tell the story.
Yeah, she's like, "No, it looks brand new. You keep it so nice." She said, "Don't you go out much?" I said, "Yeah, we take it out. Being out Lightning Ridge, we go out all the time." And she's like, "Oh, wow." She said, "It looks really expensive and really flash."
So, what a compliment! Another compliment to Arctic. We get
so many compliments.
Stopped all the time, and then when Adrian went in to pay, the lady that was serving, she was the same. "You coming or going? You got a brand new van there." I guess it pays not only for you to look after your van, we wash it and detail it every trip, but because Arctic do such a high standard and quality with their products and with their range of vans, it's just such a credit to them, isn't it?
And we do keep it nice, but it still looks like a brand new van, you know. We've had it out a few hairy places and she's all good, mate.
The lady that Adrian said before he went in to pay, she said her son fixes vans and he's up at Harbour Town, and she said the amount of vans that are taken out and then they take them to him because things are just falling off them and breaking. Excuse me. And we have never, hand to my heart, we have never had anything like that happen with our van, have we?
No.
We've just been so lucky that we found Arctic, and we're just so thrilled that people stop and want to know about the van. And
even if anything did break on the van, I'm so confident that Arctic would just go, "Yep, no worries, we'll get it sorted for you," and that's it. There's no questions asked. The customer service and their after sales is just the best, and we've said that so many times, but it's true. You got a problem, call them. You got a question, call them. Yeah. Alrighty guys, we've mostly set up. Look at this beautiful range. Set up, we've got a fire pit here with some nice seats around it if you had a group. Nice picky table, got the solar out. Van is pretty well set up, just got to whip the awning out. Got our own little BBQ if we want it. Chuck your wood or your coals in there. What do you think so far?
I'll come out and I'll... Come on! I think it is gorgeous here. The surrounds, the mountains. It is stinking hot. We're at the end of Jan. I have noticed there's toilets over here. And there's one female, one men, 2 unisex. And people that are driving past just pop in to use the toilet, then go again.
It's probably a public toilet though, so.
But it's on private land.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
There's
on private land.
There's no bins either.
There's no bins and there's no dump point. So you have to be completely self-sufficient. It cost us, I think, $29 a night.
It says over there $10 per adult.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit conflicting. So we booked through Hip Camp and we paid, I think it was $29.50, and then the signs over there where it says $10 per adult. I'm not sure what it said about kids. It is dog friendly here. However, I don't know whether I would bring Ellie in peak period, because I would presume there would be quite a few dogs here. And I would think peak period as well, it would be really, really noisy here. It's really peaceful at the moment. You know, we're away from the creek is across the road, and we can still hear it. It's just gorgeous. Like, look around here. The camera just doesn't even do it justice, how pretty it is. There is also tank water over at the toilets, and I'm presuming just to wash your hands. I don't think it's to fill up, but I haven't been over there yet. So I wouldn't trust it drinking, so you need to bring your water or your clean water, filtered water in your van, etc. There's plenty of fire pits around. They do allow fires unless there's a complete fire ban. And there are cooking, I don't even know how you'd use those cooking type ovens. But look, the property's well maintained. It's, you know, the grass is mowed and it's really clean and tidy. And, you know, they've put the camp tables and shelter in and the toilet. So they've put a bit of work into it, which is great. It even smells beautiful here, like all the trees, and there's pine trees, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
What do we got tonight, mate?
Tonight we are having hamburgers.
Just on the gas cooker. Maybe tomorrow night we'll get this bad boy cranking. And
it is just so hot here.
I'm sweet now that I've been...
Adrian went over to the creek and I sat in the van with Ellie because she was really hot. When you come to stay here as well, the park management do come around and check your booking numbers.
I went to the creek, sorry. I went to the creek before. Wow. I was so hot and bothered when I got here, I was just a bit off it. I was a bit upset that it wasn't flat ground. And I went over to the creek, Wow, I just laid in the rapids. It was like paradise. So I'm bloody stoked about that. Actually, I don't know, you won't be able to see it, but right up. No, you won't be able to see that. Up on the hill, there's some cows on the steep hill. So here's the setup. Had the awning drop down on one side because that sun was peaking before. Now she's gone over the hill. 76 towed like a dream while we bought it, so I guess it would. Here's a little mod I did for the fridge slide compartment. Got some styrofoam insulation. I've just put tape around the edges, some masking tape around the edges so the polystyrene doesn't bloody blow out. Cheap little mod to insulate the door of the fridge slide there.
It was really cheap.
It was really cheap. Found it on the side of the road.
It was free.
Yeah. I was actually looking to buy one from Bunnings, and I was driving home last week and I was like, that looks like that stuff. And I pulled over and it was, so I grabbed a sheet. It was a whole sheet. It's $30 for a sheet, Bunnings. Saved myself $30. Bit of fiddly cutting it out, but that's all right. So there's the setup. Sun's just setting over the mountain there. That creek, I can't get over it. It was amazing. So we'll check back in when these burgers are done. I'll tell you what, they ain't going to last long tonight, that's for bloody sure. There it is, guys. Bloody amazing burger on the Arctic board. Ripper. Here we are, guys, day 2 in the morning. Beautiful, refreshing creek. My favourite spot right here, just lying in between those rocks. Water's pretty clear, might be a bit loud. Haven't got the microphone on, it's a bit wet. What a spot. I wasn't that fussed when I got here yesterday, but had a quick dip in the creek yesterday, Arvo, and I was like, wow, you got to come check this out, Deb. And then, so I've come down this morning and I'm sitting here with Ellie. And I'll turn you around and show you around a bit. Bloody paradise. So we just saw a couple of people go to come down to the river in a different section, so I thought I'd go and have a look, and it's bloody awesome. Nice little pool with a bit of flow. Couple of blokes in there. Just walk down and come up that track. If I can get over there, it looks like there's a bit of a waterfall. fair bit, so I'll try and get a bit closer. Yeah, up there, it keeps going, it's bloody nice up there as well. That's as close as I can zoom in on it.
Turn around slowly. Hitching a ride. Of a night time as well, Adrian loves watching the stars, and the sky was so clear, wasn't it? It was amazing, and he's taken some amazing photos of the night time, so we'll pop some of those photos in.
If you didn't know, the new iPhones have got a long exposure, so you can actually set it up at night time and do a long exposure shot, get some really great star shots, so I'll chuck them in. I'm only learning, but yeah, I like it. We will give you an honest review as possible. The creek, absolutely breathtaking. I'll just show you down here. The creek's amazing.
The creek's amazing. It wasn't, sometimes when you get into a creek, it's so cold it takes your breath away, but this was really nice, refreshing, really, really clean. And we've had some rain lately, so it was really clean. So we had a really quiet night, the Thursday night. Justin and Tamara got there about 7:30 Friday night, and just after they got there was a huge group come in with about 100 people, all male, and they were doing boot camp, and they did that up until about 11 o'clock at night, where they were screaming, and it was like, yes sir, no sir.
Running drills up and down the hill around people's tents and things like that.
Yeah,
it's great that they're doing it, but probably better not to be disturbing people while you do it.
Well, not in that. It was really invasive. Yeah. It was on the other side of us. There's two ways that you can camp there. You go up one side or go up the other side. And it was really invasive to some of the campers there, and them going till late at night, and then after they finished their drills they started cooking food. And I don't know, when we go camping we try and find places that are really quiet. Then we went down the creek yesterday and we were in a really small secluded spot, just the four of us, and they all came down and
took over the spot.
It was, yeah, we had to move because it was only just it was only Tamara and I, and having, I don't know, it just felt a bit weird. So yeah, we just felt, Tamara and I just felt a little bit uncomfortable, so we went down to a different spot, had another swim, and then went back and had another fire and cooked a beautiful meal over an open fire.
We did have a good weekend.
Yeah, look,
It's a beautiful area.
we always have a great weekend with them. The other thing is, if you plan to go to Andrew Drynan Park, on the mountain opposite, which is where the creek is, there's actually a train line that goes through, and they're moving containers. So it's a fairly long train. Part of it goes through the mountain, but you do get noise from it. It's not overly...
It's not bad at all.
It's not like horrific noise.
It's cool to see the train go past.
Yeah, it's cool to see the night time. You're watching the lights to go through. However, they do travel during the night time as well. And the last thing is our new car, Rigby, travelled amazingly, so we're really happy with that too. So yeah, that was our weekend. We are heading home now, and we've got a couple of hours drive. Oh, that hurt. A rock hit the car. So we will sign off, and we'll see you next time.